Hey everybody, this is Marfak again, hoping to give you some information about how to get your DPS on your Magicka, whether it be a Mag Templar, a Magplar, or this is my Magblade actually, to help you reach those better numbers doing your rotations when you're trying to parse. I just recently put this Magblade back together. I've just changed her to Breton after the race change that went into effect. I've changed my boon to Shadow instead of Achanok, which it was before. Always have Vampire on her. But what I'll show you is that my gear is kind of all over the place. So I'm going to use Zons, which is a pretty good set for parsing. However, you can tell neither of them are divines. Usually, if I'm going to be in a trial, I will use my Vulcan Scoria. I do have two sets. I have Sororia, but I've only got two divines, and none of it is even purple. I've got Spell Strategist, which I have made them spell damage, and I do, of course, have the nice beefy Inferno Staff. And what probably makes up for a lot of that is that I have my Maelstrom Staff, both of them infused. So it's a little bit different from a Magicka rotation, specifically with the Magblade versus the Standblade, is that we're going to be doing a lot more dynamic rotations rather than just running back and forth on a bar. So for this run, I am going to be using Elemental Weapon, Merciless Resolve for our bow proc, Crippling Grasp, and our Impale is right there for our Execute, Fiery Rage for our ultimate, Elemental Drain, which will help for the debuff. Usually I run Harness Magicka when I'm actually running in trials, Twisting Path for an AoE dot, Siphoning to keep up sustain, Blockade of Fire, and I'll start off with Channeled Acceleration. I'm still messing around with this one. I'm wondering whether or not I can use Trap Beast or something, because this works for about 36 seconds, and then there's no use for it because the cast time takes so long. So, but regardless of all these things and being new at it, I'm going to show you what's capable with just working on your own rotation. So I'm going to go over here real quick just to show you the basics. So of course the key is not only being able to light attack between every skill, but also between light attack between bar swaps. So, light attack, light attack, light attack, light attack. Being able to light attack between skills is going to be the biggest way that you can improve any kind of rotation, even if you go really slow. So, slow, low proc. So we'll take it kind of slow when we work on the 6 mil dummy. Just to get started. So 36,524. And once again, that 36,000 was some really kind of like unfixed gear, and definitely not a perfect rotation. So that just tells you that if you can get the basic sets and you can work on your rotation and of course learn to sustain it over a period of time, not only do you get a good jump on your DPS, but that allows you to maintain a steady amount of DPS. And of course 35,000 is great as a magical DPS for any vet trials that you can do. Of course, there are people who are capable to do a 45, even higher than that. But I would argue that the majority of the content that you need for a clear, to be able to clear veteran content, would be about 35. If you're looking to push scores or something like that, perhaps you would be working on getting those numbers higher. But I'm hoping that by watching the video and watching the rotation, you can help get your numbers up a little bit more. And of course, you'll end up being like me and trying to keep upping your numbers more and more. Take care. Have a good one.